Hello and welcome, Exiles, to the day one update to the Bloodmage, or what I was gonna call the Archon Bloodmage, which, now that I found out how Archon works, unfortunately, it's gonna be a no-go. What am I talking about? Well, initially, we were thinking about doing something around the Archon buffs, which sounded very interesting. Unfortunately, the Archon buff has this thing where it says, hey, you cannot gain any Archon buff while you already have one. So that just means no permanent uptime. And then on top of that, it says, or during the recovery period after you lose one, which lasts 20 seconds. Archon buffs have a 20-second built-in cooldown. So basically with what they have here, which is some recovery rate to it, it's still a pretty bad uptime. I was optimistic when I saw the 15-second duration. I was like, oh, you can actually maybe get some good uptime on these things. But built-in 20-second cooldown with only about 10, 25 faster recovery means you're always going to have at least 10 plus seconds of downtime, which is pretty rough. And you'd have to spend passes on it. So I'm not particularly convinced by the Archon stuff, which is a bit of a bummer. The other issue is it also limits your ability to deal damage with other things. If you look at the specific Archon buffs, they all say cannot deal non-X damage type. So not only does it do the full curve, but it also eliminates any extra gain mods you can. So that hurts the scalability. So unfortunately for me, that's a no-go for Archons. Now, on the upside, I did want to play with Black Flame, and currently we are doing that. One of the cool things about Black Flame is it does cosmetically change all of your skills that are fire-based into a purple MTX, which I think looks pretty cool. A lot of purple fire going on. I think that's a lot of fun. So, that is what we've swapped into. Now, I did say going into this, I needed to see the tree before we figured out what way we're going to go with it. And I have decided to start going with Ember Fusilade. We will see if this is what I stick with, but for right now, I am enjoying playing it, and I will showcase some gameplay with it real quick here. We just finished Act 4 in 7 hours. Probably not the fastest, but that's how long it took me, so don't make too much fun of me. That's how long it took me, and I enjoyed myself and the new content. This is the setup that it was after we swapped. I swapped around level 40 to 45-ish. I would recommend staying Essence Drain probably till around this level so you can get these extra proj. The way Fusilade works is with extra proj, you can cast more at once. Like, for example, right there, you saw I got 3 all at once. That was because I have a bunch of these nodes. Up to, once I get this node, I'll have 50% chance to cast 2 additional proj. The idea is there's a limit, and you can get a lot of cast off really quickly if you have some additional proj generation, so you don't have to cast as much and then shoot the proj out. We also want to scale some reduced skill effect duration, so that way the fuselage shoots faster. Right now on my setup, I am running wild shards for the 20% chance that it just fills my entire thing like that. A late game, we probably want to get away from using this because it is not necessarily an ideal link, I would say. And then we have considered casting for some more damage, and then we have compressed duration with 30% less skill effect duration. Now, this is pretty good, but ultimately I think I want to get away from this as well. The way we can do that is eventually by getting this set of 32% reduced duration here. That additive with this other reduced duration should make it very consistent that these shoot pretty fast, and I don't have to have a very long wait time for those projectiles to shoot off. And then as for additionally, we are using Withering Presence because we are a chaos build with Black Flame, so Wither makes them take increased damage. We're using a Despair Curse because we're not dealing elemental damage, we're dealing chaos damage. And then we have a Firestorm. I'm gonna try out some other combination skills. Firestorm's one of the ones I'm testing right now. I'm probably gonna end up trying out Flame Blast, see how that feels. Once I get up to the high enough level, I think it's like level 53 or 52 or something. I'm only level 50 yet, so I can't have that gem just yet. That's the way we're going with it. We're going to try some other things as we go, and we'll see where we end up. One thing I will say before you swap to Bloodmage, I leveled as Lich Essence Drain, and that's what these trees are for. These Act 2 to 3, this is your Essence Drain situation, is this sort of tree, and then you'll eventually start speccing out to this sort of thing and preparing the respec. I started as a Lich with the 30% more damage node with the sacrifice ES. That felt amazing for DPS. Can recommend. And then you do respec by unspecking the Lich nodes from the Trial Master before you click the Altar of Ascension at the end. If you have your nodes unspec'd, it should give you the option to change Ascendancy once you click the altar. So you'll run the lab like normal, talk to Trial Master, say, hey, can I unspec these nodes, unspec your Ascendancy points, and then click the altar, and that will allow the Ascendancy respec. As we are now a Bloodmage through and through, and the Spell Leech plus base crit is what I went for, and we'll probably follow it up with Progenesis and the gain life from your ES body armor. That's at least the plan I'm gonna go with. We'll see how it fares. Now, I, of course, am a controller gamer, so I'm gonna showcase you controller gameplay because that's what I've been doing the entire time. The biggest issue this character currently has, which I'm pretty happy with it right now, the one issue it has is clear. Ember Fusillade, as far as I know, or as far as I can tell, I should say. I'm looking right now and I'm realizing there's probably some things I haven't done. Magma Twins, Beast Pen. I think I did the Beast Pen though. I'm pretty sure I did Blind Beast. Or I guess Beast Pen was different. Don't know if they have any. I'll just start the I'm not gonna overthink it. I'll just start one of the epilogue zones to showcase you guys where our current character is. Ember Fusillade, before you get something like a snake pit with fork or chain, is a little bit rough in terms of clear because you're limited by the projectiles, which you'll see pretty shortly. I'll showcase it real quick here as we go through whatever the zone is. I'm skipping all the lore because that's how I live life. Is via lore skipping.
Do whatever it takes.
All right, so I'll show you real quick here what this looks like in whichever zone I'm going to. I'm totally lost because I haven't done this before. We'll go this way. All right, Scorched Farmlands. So we'll showcase what the character looks like in, I guess, traversing his zone. So like what I like about Fusillade is it has some auto targeting to it. That's cool. What is currently not ideal is I don't have +1 chain or fork. So it's like if you have a high density pack situation, it doesn't do great at clearing it. So we could mix in Fireball if we want to go extra clearing. We could mix in later on Flame Blast, but I think that's going to be more of a single target thing considering Flame Blast has like a big cooldown on it. Firestorm is not great for clear. I've been trying it out a bit and it has like a built-in delay or whatever. Obviously, as we get a faster, like a lower duration, then these will shoot much faster and they'll probably be more reliable to clear themselves. And if I get chain plus the reduced duration, that would all work together. But as of right now, the Fusillade clears just kind of mediocre. I would say our single target's pretty good, but the biggest part where we're lacking is definitely in the clear department, I would say. Stuff like Abyss, it's very noticeable. Like, when I was playing Essence Drain, Abyss was like super like insta-clear type of thing. Like, they'd spawn and then every single mob in the Abyss would have the Essence Drain, and they would all get taken out pretty reasonably. Whereas this, if there's a ton of monsters, and you're only shooting one projectile, can only hit one monster at a time, although you shoot out 8 projectiles, which is good for like single target or whatever. It's not good for actually clearing an Abyss itself in terms of like hitting multiple enemies at once, considering like the delay and whatnot. Like, so we cleared the Abyss, right? And that was fine and dandy or whatever you want to say. But obviously what I'm trying to showcase here is the limitation on those projectiles. So when we get reduced duration plus chain, snake pit, stuff like that, that should help a fair amount with that progression. But as of right now, it's kind of whatever. All right, let's do some single target here and see how we do.
Don't you recognize a fellow sister? Ugh, no matter.
You can see how it looks single target wise. Our single target's very good. Or at least I think it's very good. Maybe I'm biased. But I'm happy with how it's done for us so far. Yeah, so that's what it looks like for the single target. And yeah, I guess that works for a showcase for now. I don't want to extend the video out too long. It's kind of late. I'm kind of tired, so I'm probably not necessarily talking super clearly and whatnot. But yeah, that is the character. That's the day one progress. The tree and everything should be updated on the planner now that the Maxwell has the tree. And we're just going to go from here. Tomorrow should be a much bigger update, and I'll probably do a video earlier in the day when I'm less tired. But league launch starting at 4 o'clock. It doesn't give me a lot of time to like progress a character and then make a video, and it's already late and I want to go to bed. So anyways, I'm going to go to bed. Hopefully you guys are having a good league start. And tomorrow I'll do a much bigger update. And of course, always you can check the planner. I will be trying to update it throughout the day as I make more significant changes to the build. And yeah, we'll go from there. As always, thanks for watching, Exiles. Take care and peace out. Have a good one.